Radio folks, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We got ourselves rightly handed to us last session, so we are going to fix that relatively sharpishly. Now, first off, we're going to get back up here. So we're going to fast forward time a bit so we actually move with some pace. Once we're back here, we're going to deactivate that. And we are going to think tactically about how we're going to approach this fight. Now we know they can come down the slope, so we want to have that person there, that person there.
How may I help?
I could have really have used a range unit for this, but we don't have one, so it's going to have to be you, Sonny Jim. Right, how are we going to do this? Greater Blight. Let's first try and bait him. And then run down here as quickly as possible back into the... Okay. Well, let's just straight up kill this blight then.
Tell me.
Just trying to charge up a spell. Quickly stop it. Get that spell out.
Need to try something.
Okay. Well, if you're going to do that, we'll put up the protect against dazed and confused ability. You can hit it with that. You can fall back out of the way. You can run through.
Need something.
Yeah, that's okay. You can get that out. You can get that out. And we'll hit this out as well. And start shooting. Oh, he's stunned. Okay. Where's the one that protects you against stunned? There's this one, we'll drop that one off. Okay, she's still up, which is annoying. I hate these things. Right, there must be something we can do to deflect against being stunned. Is there nothing? Let's try that. Oh, she's almost down as well.
Just say the word.
No, you don't. Stay up. Ah, my main fighter's gone down. Ugh, this is so annoying. I hate it when they do this. And like, yeah, I don't know. This is really annoying because we're not being able to like get through any of these guys. Part of me just wonders if I should have just like not taken this fight in the first place. They're obviously having issues dealing with these guys.
Do not succumb.
Right, obviously I can't beat them. I don't know why I can't beat them. I must admit this is really annoying. I'm not happy at all. Let's see, Beastry. So it's okay. So what are they weak to? Okay. So Frost Blight, Ice Blight, greater Ice Blight. So what are they immune to? But what are they weak to? Ugh. Annoying.
Just say the word.
Maybe I just won't fight him at all and just go off and do something else because this is getting frustrating. I don't like having to repeatedly fight the same sections. If I had my tank here, it wouldn't be so bad. Right, let's go back to the base. It would take us 6 hours. Don't take this fight. Like, don't do this DLC. Like turn up the difficulty. It's like, really? Turn up the difficulty? Let's see. So his better half. That's basically to do with the ice dragon. Travel up to the mountain towards Duggan's battery. Yeah, let's just go straight back into doing the main story for that because
As a kid, I figured I was
Just
too
say the
stupid
word.
and impatient to learn magic. How about you, Alof? When you were a kid, did you dream that you'd live a life of arcane practice?
It was never my decision. But I've come
Just say
to
the word.
appreciate that it was made.
Right. Let's show some of the stuff that I've got. So we don't need all of it really. So many things. Right. Trade. Not bad little thing. Going into accuracy. Would be good for a ranged character, that would definitely be the case. Right.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do? I think I'm just going to go straight up the mountain. I'm bored of getting ourselves heads kicked in by everyone. It gets a bit annoying after a while, to be honest. So let's go up the mountain. Duggan's battery. Okay, paydays came in. Right. That stuff is ongoing. Just takes ages to get this stuff done. Payday, not an issue. Travel up the mountains to Dragon's Battery, find the artifacts.
Just say the word.
At least we
Yeah.
get some progress.
Just say the word.
Okay. Dear. There was supposed to be stuff up here, isn't it? His better half, burn of memory, a good haul. According to Farah, she lost her artifacts and her companions when they were attacked by Lagafaf. When I find these creatures out, it's good her goods will be nearby.
Just say the word.
Uh-oh. This is bad. Elder stags. Being attacked everywhere. Okay. Don't use up your good spells and stuff on these guys, just go nuts. At least we've got to get some venison out of this. Really, he's getting his head kicked in by deer. I mean, it's
Just say
annoying.
the word.
We've got some
say the
stuff. I
word.
didn't want to fight these guys, to be honest. Wasn't my intention. Just thought that maybe what we were looking for was out this way. Yes, this device makes a terrible screeching noise. The compass points west. Okay. Fighting more things.
Just say the word.
Really?
Just say the word.
Sick of dealing with these guys.
I'm on it.
It's not that I don't know. It's really strange, because the game is saying that
Just say the
we're way over ranked for this area. I don't know if it's because I'm not using my abilities well enough, or
The stench. Even worse when dead.
Behind
Gotta
us!
Bring him. Baragon spoke of this one. Let her be.
Just say the word.
okay.
Yeah.
Directly into the cave entrance, okay.
Yeah.
So it points directly to the cave at Crag Ogre, Winter Wolves. They probably have the stuff we're wanting, to be honest. Use Ur's device to track the precious metals outside of his battery, retrieve the ore. Okay.
Just say the word.
Ice, frost ooze. And And there's those guys again. More of them. Okay, that's not good. Okay. The rest of you turn on these guys quick. I'm getting tired, sick and tired of dealing with these things. Okay, keep going. We've got this. Quickly kill it before it causes too much of an issue.
Yeah.
Getting really tired of fighting these fist people.
Yeah.
This points to a spot along the cavern wall. Kill it quickly.
Yeah.
No bow, except no war bow. Excellent.
Just say the word.
Winter Ardor gems, a handful of polished crystals of white algae retrieved from a Langfur cavern, all covered in notches and peculiar engravings, though their meaning is unclear. Return.
Yeah.
We've got the ore at least.
Just say the word.
Potion of the displacer image. Yeah, interesting. What's this? This goes deeper into the
Just
caves.
say the word.
No, it does not. Okay, it leads out. Okay, where exactly did we pop out at? Not too far.
Brandy? Isn't that a tad expensive for a mercenary's wages?
It is if you pay in silver. I paid in steel.
That's the most senseless act of...
I traded a very nice dagger for it. What kind of bloodthirsty lunatic do you think I am?
One with exquisite taste.
A simple test.
Right, we pick these locks.
Settled.
Ooh, fine aquabus, diamond, pearls. All very nice.
A simple test.
Right, more of these guys. Oh, this is just not great at all. Come on, get around. They're all smacking me at the same time. Seriously. Okay. Get that up. Get these guys confused. Get that ability up. Okay, get that ability up. Drop this one on them. Continue to kill him. Kill him with lightning. Super murderer. Don't know what that achievement is that just popped. Right.
Just
Kill him with fire.
say the word.
Right. More stuff. I didn't realise that there was these guys here. I should have checked, really.
That's settled.
That hurt. What's that? Spell tongue, unique one-handed. Speed fast, piercing, deflection, inflict steel, 5.0 seconds duration for each beneficial effect on target. Steals 15% of attack speed. Spell tongue was first fought at Rorotai as a dueling weapon. It was changed hands dozens of times since then. Its forked, tipped, undulating blade in blue colour made it a quick favourite amongst novices, whose confidence often outpaced their skill. It was most recently won by Matapa, a young woman from one of the wealthier Omar families of Tongira. With the blade in hand, she declared to her parents that she would take Spell Tongue and seek fortune in Tokawa. As a duelist, her parents attempted to dissuade her, but her resolve became clear, and they eventually offered her their reluctant congratulations and threw a great feast in honour. After Matapa had drunk her fill of wine and gorged herself on buttered lobster and sea snails and cream, her mother challenged her to a duel. Matapa laughed, but her mother promised her that if she won, she would receive half her family's fortune next morning. If she lost, she would surrender Spell Tongue without complaint. Matapa regarded her mother, a petite woman, but by Omar standards, with little combat experience. She accepted, and duel began. Matapa brandished Spell Tongue, and her mother armed the wooden practice sword. Matapa's mother was nimble, and Matapa's thrusts and reposes were quick but sloppy. Her mother led her around the feast table into the darkened courtyard, where Matapa tripped. Falling, Matapa ran. Matapa tripped. Falling, Matapa ran Spell Tongue through her mother's thigh, even as the older woman held her wooden sword to her young one's neck. The onlookers declared the duel a tie, and Matapa received her inheritance at the cost of her prized sword. Matapa parents quickly sold the blade to a merchant bound for Deerwood, and Matapa, sobered by her loss, abandoned her ambitions as a duelist and instead became a successful playwright. And what's this? Braces of deflection. Okay, so we get increased deflection, which is nice. So yeah, it's not a bad weapon. We'll take that out. Where's the brace? Where did the braces go? Take the braces out. I mean, the frozen hand isn't bad. Range damage, actually against beast, damage reduction, frozen. I suppose we could give it to our mage, but he has that, which is that will buff is really nice. I suppose we could give her the cloak. And she's got nothing else really, and it's useful against a lot of the frozen stuff we're facing. It's a bit gaudy if you ask me. Right, deflection. Get her deflection up. Since we can see has quite high base deck, so it's useful. Yeah, resist direct melee and range attacks against characters that are not AoE. Yeah, so it's useful for her. Right. No, I'm going to keep that sword on her. And he can have that. Okay. It's nearly done enough damage to go to the next level, which is nice.
Just say the word.
Right. Get the stuff from these dead bodies. Supplies. I suspect this is the stuff they were talking about. Corpse, ring of unshackling, suppress affliction, which is not a bad ability to have or skill to have.
Yeah.
Battered shipment. This large sock-cloth can stack stuff to the capacity. A long gouge along one side has permitted some of its contents to spill out. Shallow tins that stink heavily of sev. So basically, she's a drug runner. Yep. Good haul. I found Farah's Hall. She promised me a reward for throwing it to her. On close inspection, I learned that Farah's Hall is Sev. I would see what she has to say for herself, or I could turn her into Renegeld. What was the other one we were doing? We were trying to find... Yeah. If his devices didn't point to ore, but to detect a small horde of white Adra jewels, she would probably be interested to hear about these results. Collected lost 640 to the bandits. The Earl collected. Yeah, so that wasn't great. And we finished the objective. Cross-eyed. In the court of the Boeing Ashes stands a towering Adra statue with a living tree dating back to the Ephwaffens. Right. It took extensive searches and inquiries across 3 countries, but Sagni eventually picked up the trail of the stolen Adra Banai. Following the broken stone wall, the Ormora thief travelled south to Ebert, then to Nasitag. Among Borel dwarves, the thief found the wealthy buyer, the chief of a prosperous tribe. A generation later, the tribe fell on hard times and were raided by Deadfire Archipelago pirates and Pale Elves from the White That Winds. Pale Elves sold the stolen eye to a merchant from Old Villel, who took it north to the Prince of Darquazil. It remained there for 2 generations. When Darquazil Plaza was sacked, one of the invading soldiers took the eye as a prize, carrying it across the sea to Ozel in the Valan Republic. It's still there when Sagni arrived. Though the wealthy patriarch who owned the eye demanded a hefty sum, the Glenfathan Amatha did not hesitate to pay the price. And we got crossed patch. Immune to blinding. It's okay, not very good. She's back. That's almost done. Still working on that. Right, okay.
Just say the word.
I'm going to quickly read one of the many books we have. I'm probably going to call it quits for the day. Right, Deerwood, The Saints' War, Baratham Script, The Queen That Was and Still Is. Haven't we read that already? Yeah, we've read this one. It's to do with Woodaka. The Fangs, Amath Harret, The Rebellion. Over 5 years following his ascension to Gift, Amath attempted to meld the relations with Glenfathans and bring his lands together with theirs. He enacted laws that restricted the taking of new slaves, allowed Glenfathans to bury their fellows out of bondage, and imposed a tax on slave ownership in order to promote the use of free labour. While these were some resistances to the new laws, the Vercheong attention to Red Saras and Admir's power backed by the colonists made it difficult for the Earls to truly resist what was happening. In 2662 AI, in the year of the 10th anniversary of the War of Black Trees, Admath brought about the end of slavery in the Deerwood. He negotiated a series of treaties with the Glenfathans, wherein a timeline to establish for official emancipation of all remaining slaves. Each owner would receive compensation in either land or money based on the number of slaves freed. If they didn't comply, the slaves could be seized and their former master would suffer a substantial fine. In return for this, the Glenfathans opened trade routes with the Deerwood and allowed the Deerwood to live in inner areas that had been sacred ruins, that they're sacred ruins, but they had under no conditions to enter these ruins. As a final act of goodwill, Admath freed Galev Ven Rigged, saying he had suffered sufficiently for his actions. The third Cheong, seeing he was completely out of control in his own palinate, devised a plan to get the supply of artifacts running again. He approached the Earls suffering under Admath's rule and convinced them to hire agents to raid the ruins. Initially they did so in secret, but they quickly became sloppy, eventually being caught. They breaches of the treaties incited Glenfathans again to act in violence, while Admath researched who was behind it. With help of the Glenfathan leaders, Admath found evidence that pointed back to the Furcheong as source of the raids. This was the beginning of the end for Edrian rule in the Deerwood. Over the next 7 years, Admath and the Furtiong manoeuvred around each other, playing political, economic, and military games in order to gain the upper hand. In 2668, Adiath declared Deerwood had enough. Furtiong would no longer be recognised. Deerwood was a free entity and the wood governed itself. This started the War of Defiance that lasted 5 years. The end result of the war was freedom for the Deerwood, though Duke Hadrat would never live to see it coming to a close. The people of the Deerwood considered him the founder of the country nonetheless. Well. Right, the Fangs, various bits and pieces. I'm just trying to get through this back pliers of books, but we shall continue next time, Lords and Ladies. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, or you can even comment in the comment section. This has been Pillars of Eternity, and I've been Cornish-Knight. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye, folks.